In 1977, we got Star Wars. A couple years later is Empire Strikes Back. But in 1983, we got The Return of the Jedi. But in 1984, it's all about Pack Wars. Happy hobby. I'm David Gunnis. If you're a sports car collector and you're working with limited budget, man, that's what we talk about. That's what we do here on this channel at davidgonnis.com, my website, at the Happy Hobby Sports Cards newsletter on Substack, and the Happy Hobby Sports Card podcast. This is what we do. We talk about fun stuff. Today we are doing something extra fun that my buddy over at I Love Baseball Cards, Phil, sent a few of our YouTube channels, few different YouTube channels, buddies of ours, 1984 wax packs. 1984 baseball. Topps baseball wax packs. I'm sorry. Rack packs. Big difference. No gum in these guys. The wax brings the gum. The rack, no whack rack. This is a no gum rack pack. What am I saying? This is going to be a fun rip. What we do here is going to be a pack wars that Phil has done before. He does with some of his other buddies and other channels. And this is the first time I get to do one with. Actually, I think I've done one with him last year. I did one with him. But this year, 5 different channels, or maybe it's 6 channels. 6 different channels are going to be competing in this little pack wars. And what we're going to do, we're going to open this up. I'm going to rip this rack pack open today. 1984 Topps Baseball. You know what we're looking for. Don Mattingly and Darryl Strawberry. But those are like side things that we're looking for. We're actually looking for Hall of Famers in this rack pack. Hall of Fame baseball players, because what that'll be is points for me. Every Hall of Fame player I get a point. And the most points out of all the channels that open these rack packs that Phil sent out, we all get points. And then the points get compared against whoever has the most points, which means the most Hall of Fame cards. They win the pack wars. And if they win the pack wars, then we win something extra special from Phil. And you'll never believe what it is. He hasn't said it yet. I don't know. I was going to do like a voiceover of 19, but I don't know what he's sending. So we don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something awesome because Phil's awesome. You got to check out his channel, by the way. I Love Baseball Cards. He rips some old school stuff, man. He ripped the 1950 something old pack from the 50s. He's opened up some pretty cool stuff. He gets into some cool things. He does a lot of grading with his older 60s and 70s cards. A lot of cool things over there. If you like vintage wax, Phil's the guy to check out. Which I don't know which way I'm pointing. Check out Phil's I Love Baseball Cards YouTube channel. You can find all the links to the YouTube channels that we're gonna talk about. They're gonna be in my description. Wax Pack Dad, you remember him? Vintage Baseball Cards, he's in here. I Love Football Guy USA, he's in here. And Maiden Wax Card, World of Wax. I've never dealt with them at all, so this is going to be my introduction to them. But all their YouTube channel links will be in my description. So a little less chatty, less talky. Why don't we get into the rippy? That sounds like a good idea, right? All right, so let's get into this. Now, this is the rack pack that he sent. It was random. He did a random, and I was pack number 5. As you can see right there. So he did the intro video on it on his channel already. You can check that out. So this is the 1984 rack pack. Now these rack packs, for you younger folks, these would be hanging up in like grocery stores or like Walgreens or Eckersley, Phase Drugs. I don't know if you know any of those old school stores. Your cash and carry and such. Your Price Chopper. Anyways, 54 baseball picture cards contains 55 cards. So why is it 55 there, but it's 54 there? Can you see that? Maybe this counts as the bonus. 1983. Oh, because this is the bonus one. I see. If I could just read it. All-Star Game commemorative card. Collect all 22 in the set. Details on the back. All right. So let me just point out here. This was random. Then we're supposed to, we get points for all the Hall of Famers that we get. Look, right off the bat right there, I got Johnny Bench. First point. I did the extra point kick. And then I got, of course, Johnny Wookin' He's always fussing about his wookins, this guy. And then look at here. I got Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. Look at that. It's Ken Griffey Jr. This is from 1984. This is his pre. It was like he was in his 10th grade in high school. Actually, I guess he was in middle school. This one counts. He's a Hall of Famer. Okay, maybe not. All right, so let's get. Oh, another thing I want to mention is these two cards, Don Mattingly and Darryl Strawberry rookie cards. I had mentioned on a previous video that I had not had any of these, and I hadn't gotten one graded. I do have both of these, and they're both beat up because some 13-year-old stupid kid was playing with them all the time. This dumb 13-year-old, you wouldn't know him. But this dumb 13-year-old, okay, it was me. It was me 40 years ago. I was playing with him, and I got him pretty beat up good. So these came from Scott Hedrick. What a nice guy. What an awesome guy. So they look fantastic to me. They look gorgeous. So if I pull a Mattingly or a Strawberry, I'm going to be sending that to someone in the comments below. We'll figure out some sort of hashtag you can participate in and be eligible. Okay. All right. We'll stack these. We'll open these up. Now, as I mentioned, Phil over at I Love Baseball Cards, he opens rack packs all the time. From what I understand, it sounded like he said he bought a big old box of these, maybe a case, possibly, of these 1984 Topps, which is pretty, that's like a baller. That's pretty big time right there. And he knows my name, so that's pretty cool for me. And for you, if I pull one of those awesome rookies. All right, so let's do it like this. Hall of Famer numero uno, Johnny Bench. I like it. That's number one. That one I got shrapnel over here. Let's put the Hall of Famers. Let's get these guys. All right, then I'll flip this over. Dave Stegman, not a Hall of Famer. Look at that. Look at that. Swing on it. Follow through. All right, so we got Pete Rose, Dave Parker, and Bill Madlock. Now, Dave Parker, Hall of Famer. Not a Hall of Famer, Bill Madlock. But while Pete Rose is not a Hall of Famer, he is part of the tiebreakers. So if a couple channels are in the lead and we have the same amount of Hall of Famers, then it goes to the added amount of cards we have of Pete Rose, Dale Murphy, and Steve Garvey. So this is a tiebreaker card we'll put over here. That counts as one, but it also actually counts as a Hall of Famer as well. So we put them up there. All right. 2 Hall of Famers. Ding, 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 ding. I know you people, it gets annoying, but guess what? I like to annoy people, so that works out for me. Ken Daly from the Braves. All right. Behind that, we got Alejandro Pedro. But by the way, seeing this Padres here, don't forget that this would be a second year Tony Gwynn, which would be pretty awesome. A third year Cal Ripken in here. So let's see what else we get. Oh, we got oh boy, what? 1, 2. That's a 3-time Hall of Famer right there. 3 Hofers. We're going to call that a 3 Hofer card with Fergie and Steve Carlton and Tom Seaver. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I should do my Mr. Burns. Excellent. Sid Monge. You like to eat that guy. Wade Boggs, ding, 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 and Bill Madlock. So we'll put that guy. We'll put him on the in the one. He gets one of those. Candy Maldonado, not a Hall of Famer, but he did have a Hall of Fame name. That's a great name, and I loved saying it back in the 80s, up there with Andres Galarraga. I can't trill my R's. I can't do the R's. I apologize. That was a poor attempt. Eddie Whitson. Alan Bannister. Hey, let's see what we got here. Bert Blyleven, or Bert Home Blyleven, remember that from Chris Berman. Don Sutton and Jerry Koosman, also known as the guy that was also on Nolan Ryan's rookie card. So I should get like half a point for that guy. But I do get a point for Don Sutton and Bert Home Blyleven. So I gotta, real quick, let me just do a... And then we got Doug Bear behind him. He after he left baseball, famously became an accountant's assistant. Not an accountant, but an accountant's assistant. So his family has that going for him. Al Holland and Dan Quisenberry. I don't believe either are in the Hall of Fame. I could be mistaken, but I don't think Quiz is. Maybe the old Royals Hall of Fame. That could be. Ron Jackson. Mike Scott. Now he's somebody who is not in the Hall of Fame, but he is in the early 80s awesomeness Hall of Fame. That guy was great, man. Let's flip his card. Hey now, look what I got here. Okay, let's get back. Let's flip him over. Let's look at those strikeout totals. Let's see. Well, he wasn't really racking up the strikeouts until later, apparently. So let's pretend I never even met, or am I thinking of, no, yeah, Mike Scott. Mike Scott was the awesome one, right? Starter? Was this the reliever? It doesn't, 37, yeah, he was a starter, but why am I, apparently he picked up, I thought he was a big strikeout artist. Let's pretend I didn't just fail on that one. Steve Carlton, let's get a quick, all right, yes. Let's see. Before I attempt to say that name, let me restart the video real quick. Okay, so my phone sometimes goes out on me, so that's why. Porfirio Altamirano. Yeah, this guy. He's a nice fella. I have nothing about him. Look at this. I don't know that I've ever seen this type of card before. 1983 highlight. With Dave Righetti, who was awesome. When I was a kid, when I was a teen, like I was 20 years old, people used to say, I look like Dave Righetti. Now I look like I ate Dave Righetti. Okay, Bob Forsch, remember him with his brother Ken Forsch? Mike Warren, I do not remember Mike Warren. Let's flip this guy. Let's see what it talks about. No-hitter, then Cardinals right-hander. Second no-hitter, and then Mike Warren pitched a no-hitter, this guy. Well, that's pretty cool. He goes into that stack, though. It's not that cool. But he's pitched a no-hitter. That's pretty cool. Johnny Wokenfuss. We are now in the second stack. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, boy. Oh, I thought that was going to be something special there with a little strawberry action. Dick Williams, by the way, if I hit a Hall of Famer manager, that counts as well. I can't remember if Dick Williams is a Hall of Famer because if I'm not mistaken, he took 3 teams to the World Series. I'm going to have to, there's going to be some research on this one. Let me get some, I don't know why I pulled Mike Scott out, just to talk about my stupidity. All right, we're going to look that one up. Mike Davis, Bill Scherrer, Brian Clark. Look at those old Mariners jerseys. Those road jerseys were kind of rough. Dodgers, Rick Monday. Oh, saw the Mets. Tom Gorman. Bobby Johnson. Yo, Yankees. What do we got? Yankees. Oh, that's a Hall of Famer, though. He counts. Billy Martin. I think he's in the Hall of Fame, right? He's going to get at least one of those just for the fact he's awesome, Billy Martin. I'm pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame. Sometimes I make stuff up. Wayne Krenchicki. Andy McGaffigan. Houston Jimenez. Oh, can we get a pre-Kirby Puckett rookie pick? No, maybe not. Scott Alger. Yankees. Larry Milbourne. I got a little excited there for Alex Trevino. The Brewers. Roy Howell. All right, this is where it's happening. I can feel it. Ken Griffey. Oh, yeah, Yeah, okay, so we're starting the third stack. I got to write in. Remind me later, go right in Junior right there. Oh, back-to-back Yankees. Rudy May. May not be a Mattingly. Brewers. Rollie Fingers. There we go. There's a... Well, I gave him a double, but that's really a single. That's a pretty cool one, though. Jim Barr. We'll put Rollie over here. Jim Barr. Johnny Ray. You can call me Johnny, and you can call me... I don't remember. That wasn't that guy, but there's something to do with Ray. Louis Aponte. Expose Andre Dawson. That's a great one. Oh, look at that. Let's take a look at this card, though, first. He gets a double because it's the Hawk. Come on. That's a beautiful card. Whew. Well done. Well done, Hawk. All right, so he comes out. Mr. Anderson, Jim Anderson. Reggie Jackson. Now, that is a great one. And it also is a great one because it happens to go with... Okay, this is going to be another pause. What I was saying was it goes with, from our last big Happy Hobby Buddy break, I pulled this for Bob Beck, and it had gum. It was a gum-stained one. It pulled, look at all that, pulled that right off. It was so he's among my gummy all-stars. Let's give a shout-out to these guys, huh? Little Johnny Bench gum, little Ryan Sandberg on the back of Rhino. Look at that gum stain. That's an all-conference gum stain right there. Bo Jackson, same thing. It bled through. You can see on the description how it ripped some of it off. And then finally, Steve Young, right down his chest right here. You can see that. The Gummy All-Stars. Well, now I have a non-gummy version, which is pretty awesome as well. All right, so let me move Dick Williams up. Move these guys up. All right, so we're gonna put him right here. In front of Sammy Stewart. Wade Boggs' second-year card. All right, look at this. Man, this is an awesome rack pack. This is really nice. Pirates, Marvell Win. When's Marvell coming over? We're supposed to watch the Pirates win. Okay, I got nothing. Red Sox, Jeremy Rice. Nice. That's another little Hall of Famer. Brewers, Pete Ladd. Not in the Hall of Fame. Not in the Hall of Fame. Pete Ladd will come down to the end here. Ron Kittle. No, sir. He did play with Carlton Fisk, who's a Hall of Famer. Does that count? The Twinkies, Bobby Mitchell. Now, those were cool road uniforms. And the road batting helmet, those were awesome. Blue Jays, Buck Martinez. Was old Buck, did he ever get into the Hall of Fame? I don't think so. As a manager? I don't believe so. Lee Lacy. And then finally, in the back, a Pirate, Jason Thompson. All right, so I'm going to look up Buck and Dick Williams real quick. And give me a second here. All right, so got it figured out here. Let's go through this. Dick Williams, let's talk about this guy for a second. He was a manager from 1971 to 1988, led 3 teams to American League pennants, 1 National League pennant, and 2 World Series triumphs. One of 9 managers to win pennants in both leagues, and only the second manager to lead 3 franchises to the World Series. Bruce Bochy became the 3rd in 2023. He and Lou Piniella are the only managers in history to lead 4 teams to seasons of 90 or more wins. He was inducted into the MLB Hall of Fame in 2008 by the Veterans Committee. Buck Martinez, I don't know what I was thinking. He's got a career managerial win percentage of .465, and he was just a TV guy. He became a broadcaster. I don't know why I was thinking he was a great manager, but he's a good guy. We don't, he's all right. But finally, Mr. Billy Martin, on the other hand, he was pretty great. He ended up winning 5 World Series from 1951 to 1953, and then one in 1956, and then in 1977 as a manager for your New York Yankees. However, he's not a Hall of Famer. He is a Monument Park honoree, and the New York Yankees retired his number 1, and he got fired a billion times. So that's cool, but he is not Hall of Famer. So let's tally this up. We've got, let me see. Let me get these. Is everybody in here? Everybody? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, sorry, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I'm pointing at Boggs, and Jim Rice, 15. I guess I could move Boggs over here. So 15 is my number. That's pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? Did I count right? I think so. I think it's 15. Then my tiebreaker number is 1 for Mr. Pete Rose. That's fantastic. That's a great number, and I'm going to take it. And let's see if I won. Let me know if you guys have opened up some rack packs recently, if you got anything awesome. Meanwhile, I still have my 2 cards that Scott Hedrick sent me. That was all these cards have been sent to me. Well, that's pretty fantastic. Thank you very much, Scotty and Phil. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Listen, everybody else, check out these other channels to watch their packs and their openings to see how I did. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do I have a chance to win? What do you think? 15? That's a pretty good number. Let me know what you think in the comments. Whatever you do some pack wars yourself. Get some buddies, get some old packs, and do this type of thing. It's a lot of fun. Whatever you do, have a happy hobby.